Hello everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to Live Drawing. Today, easy lesson how to draw black frame for the glasses. We don't need actually to draw the reflection because we have already done everything. Now we just outlining the frame and we coloring. I will show you also how to work with dark tone and light tone on outside of the frame. We start the lesson by outlining. I'm using 8B grade. To draw the perfect line, try to go forwards and backwards. The first outline always try to make light, don't press with the pencil. Now is more important thing is we're working with 8B grade, so we're working very light. We need to work with dark tone today, so we're working in layers to achieve the dark tone. If I'm happy with the shape, I'm coming with a bit pressure. Inside of the lenses, we do the same, but because we have to deal with highlights, some of the parts we're going lighter. Try to go symmetrics to do the frame same size all of the round where is necessary. As I told you, to do the perfect frame, go very light for the first outline. If you're happy with that, add a bit pressure to add the dark tone. As you can see, this part of the eye is get over the frame a little bit when I draw and when I add the dark tone on the eye. Now, because I'm drawing the frame, I need to come in over. I need to cover this. Again, I have blank paper to cover the drawing. To protect the drawing. Only one part of the frame is highlighted, which is the top side on the left eye here. The rest of the frame need to be colored in black. Make sure you have perfect outline. If you're happy with the design, add a bit pressure, building the dark tone. As I told you, we have to deal with highlights. I'm coming lighter, so I can highlighting more easy with eraser. Remember, add a bit pressure on the pencil only if you're happy with the design and the shape. The highlights coming on this part, so I'm coming light. Hi George, welcome back to drawing. If you have the reference photo, guys, you will see the frame is sharpening in the middle, and also starting from the left, if you're coming, that happen all sides. as you can see how light I'm going for the first layer to be happy with the design. I'm not adding the pressure. If I'm adding the pressure, it will be a little bit hard to erase. So only if you're happy with the design, you can add a bit pressure on the pencil, building the dark tone. But remember, working after reference photo, we need to build all the corners of the glasses same round symmetrics. If you're going forward and backwards, you will stay on the line. Again, I'm coming light to draw the design of the lenses. I'm happy with the design on the right side of the frame for the right eyes. I need to go to do the same design on the left. We're going slowly and light. Remember, the most important thing is we're working light because it's 8B grade. It will be more easy if you're using HB grade or 2H for outlining. But this portrait is to learn how to work with 8B grade, so we're using 8B grade in that way to do light tone and dark tone as well. I need to respect a little bit highlights on this corner. Perfect, we have the frame, the design of the frame, and slowly we start to coloring the frame. We're starting from the left for the corner, and with small circles and motions we fill the tooth of the paper with the graphite. Don't press with the pencil because we're working with dark tone, so that means we're working in layers. If you press from the beginning to achieve the dark tone, you may break the paper. As you can see, also you can bend the pencil for better shade. Make sure you don't go out with the pencil now because we have only highlighted part. Now we start to layering till we achieve the dark tone. Stay on the circle and motions. Depend on what paper you use. In that way you need to do the layers. I'm using Canson Bristol paper, which is pure white, very smooth. It's not necessary to do too many layers. If you work on a Fabriano Artistico or different paper, which is hot pressed, you need to do 4 or 5 layers maybe. I'm not going further till I'm not happy with the color of the glosses of the frame. As you can see, I'm staying on circle and motions because this one helped me to achieve the dark tone by layering. This time we blend only where is necessary for the frame because we need pure dark. The blend we're using only on a highlighted area. I'm not using even dry hard brush. I will leave the same as I do with the pencil. Again, we start to layering more. So we're going with light layer for the beginning, without any pressure. But as you can see, I'm going with small proportion of circular motions. I'm not doing lines. I need all the frame should be the same. Now guys, you can try to rotate the pencil during the process to keep the pencil sharp for longer. As you can see, we're working slowly in progress, but very safety and secure. I'm very good at my suit. Thank you very much for the question. Hope you're well today. And thank you very much guys for coming back on live drawing. When you're layering, try to use your eye visuals for the dark tone. When you're happy with the dark tone, you can go further. But make sure you don't blend. If you blend this part of the frame, I will tell you what's happened. Using blending stump or different brushes, we may go outside on this. Now we're working gently on the piece of the frame of the glasses, and if I'm coming with blending stump, I will not be happy if I blend outside of this, because I will ruin my drawing. How can I erase the blending stump here? Also, don't forget to use blank paper, as I have, who's covered the drawing, to keep the drawing safety and clean till the end. As you can see now, for the beginning, it's looking like a gradient from dark to light. But slowly I will fill this with more layers. Because it's about the dark tone. Thank you very much, Capeka Cavazos, for the comment. I love your comment, it's very good, very nice one. I do my best. And these are my lessons that I can give to everyone who's coming on my YouTube channel to learn and upgrade their drawing skill. Now you will see guys why I selected 8B grade to work with only one pencil on the portrait. Can you imagine if I selected HB grade? We never could make this dark tone with HB grade. But if you work as an artist and if you want to use more grades, don't worry. This is only the lesson how to use 8B grade for the dark tone and for the light tone as well. You can use more grades when you start to draw portraits for yourself or for the commissions. Actually, normal is good to use more grades, to draw more layers, to draw more tones. But hopefully you will like this lesson using only 8B, which is the dark tone. Because as you can see, you're learning everything how to use 8B for light and for dark tone as well, step by step. I'm come back again to check, it's like double check for the dark tone of the frame. This needs to be pure black. I will stay on the circle emotions because I'm looking to fill all the tooths of the paper with this graphite. If you can check better the description of the pencil, you will see my pencil is rotating slowly during the process. I will give you this tip, guys, so you can try in your drawing from now. You can do this if you're going slowly in progress. As you can see, without pressure, but layering. We can do same as reference photo drawing, guys. Slowly, slowly. And if you try this technique, my technique, using circle emotions, small circle emotions, you will see the frame, when you finish the frame, the coloring the frame will be the same as you painting. For example, if you paint something, the object always is one color. If you carry on with the brush or the pencil, you will see what's happened when you're painting. The color is changing and become a gradient. Same we work here to layering this frame. As you can see, when I'm happy with the dark tone, I carry on for more, but I'm staying on circle emotions to draw the layers. If I'm going by long lines, won't be good because I will draw some gaps. I will have some gaps. If I'm going with circle emotions, I can feel all the tooths of the paper, which is good. That's the power of 8B grade, guys. As you can see how dark you can go if you go slowly in progress. If you want to draw this dark tone, and if you have to draw background, you can use a higher part of that with dry hard brush as well. Brush the grades, brush the layers, you will see how to achieve the dark tone. Nu te ajunge că fac eu gicoare, dar vrei să mai îmi strici și live-ul? Ce? Mâncare, nu știu ce asta. Ceva. By the way guys, if you try to learn this technique by rotating the pencil, you will see you will use entire part of the refill, which is good. You will not bend one side of the mine of the refill. You will going around if you just rotate the pencil. Every time when you're coming with a pencil on the paper, it will be the same. I love this technique by small circle motions because it allowed me to draw a gradient as well. But remember guys, if you have to draw a bigger part or a huge part like a background, don't forget to use the dry hard brush to smooth the tone and achieve the dark tone. Now we need to have the same black color all this part, so we're coming to repeat the layers, but I'm staying on circle emotions. As you can see, the tone becomes darker. Exactly the color that we have the outlines. Remember, the outlines always make very light, and after that, when you're happy, only when you're happy with the shape, you can add a bit pressure. That's the way of realistic artist drawing. Please, same as the colored pencils, be patient with the layers, as I am. I'm not rushing my work, even if it's looking in gradient. To the end of the frame drawing, everything becomes dark. At least this part and the corner, because we have to deal with a few highlights. As I told you before, make sure you don't go out of the frame with the pencil when you're coming with a dark tone. I like how look with the white frames as well, but the reference photo is with a dark tone. They are black, so I will respect the reference photo. Oops, look at that, what's happened. Without pressure, maybe the pencil wasn't good. We resharpen again because we have a manual sharpener. I'm using Derwent sharpener and it's sharpening very nice. Look at that, very sharp. This didn't happen before to me. Broke the top of the pencil without pressure is something strange. Maybe the refill inside of the pencil is broken by the fabric. But it's okay, if we have a sharpener, we can resharp again and we're gonna carry on with the work. So if this happened, as you can see, happened to me as well as an artist, no panic, go further, resharp your pencil and carry on. Now to make the perfect round lenses, as you can see the outline wasn't very perfect round. I'm coming very light with the pencil close to the lenses and building the frame black. We build also round lenses, same as reference photo. To the end of the lesson, I will show you the reference photo as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't put the tablet so close, so you can see the reference photo in the same time. Now I'm happy with the dark tone, with the black color made on the paper. I will leave like this, without blend. I have these small plastic parts and the shadows inside, but I need to respect the frame. For the design, I'm going with the lines and I'm going with the layers over the outlines, even if I'm going over the small plastic parts. I can build this one bigger after that, but I need the symmetrics of the frame. Make sure you don't press with the pencil, just layering till you achieve the dark tone. As you can see, by circular motions, we can add layers by layers. If I'm going by lines, it won't be good this way. Be careful how you're coloring the layers. It's not reason to erase to make the perfect shape. Try to focus on the layering. And by the way guys, erasing dark tone, the black color, which is 8B grade, is a bit harder than any other pencil. So make sure you're coloring for the first time good. I need to add dark tone on the outline if I'm happy with this. So I can come in with coloring of the frame with layering. As you can see, I have the shape. Now I just add a bit pressure. So I can color as well. I'm taking by small proportions. Even, as you can see, even if I'm going on a small proportion, I'm still carry on with small circle and motions. I need to make sure I cover all tooths of the paper with the graphite. We are on important lessons, guys, how to work my self-portrait using only one pencil, and we will have full lessons till the end of the portrait, step by step. We will be here on YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and also Sunday, 6 p.m. England time. As you can see, I need to build more layers. I'm going again in gradient. This gradient helped me to achieve the dark tone slowly by layering. Now you see, guys, why he's taking a little bit longer when we draw a realistic portrait, because this type of layering taking a little bit time. So be patient with every layer without pressing with the pencil. It's very important to learn how to work light with the pencils and suppliers. Always we follow the reference photo, guys, to see for the details, for the color and for the tones. As you can see, when I'm looking for the dark tone, I'm going slowly from dark to light, building the gradient first time, and after that adding more tone inside of the layer. So we're coming with small circles with this light first layer. As you can see, we have light gradient on the top. It will be good if we have designed glasses with the shadows and highlights, but unfortunately the reference photo is all black on this part. We're coming with more layers then. If you feel to resharp your pencil, don't hesitate, resharp your pencil. Make sure always work with very good sharp pencil. Now guys, you see how important is the outline, drawing realistic. That's why always before to start a portrait, I will asking you guys, if you want to draw with me, draw very light the outlines on the face, on the skin, nose, eyes. As you can see, we have to add highlights and more details. If you press with the pencil, it will be hard for you to add that highlights. I will resharp again the pencil, even if it's looking sharp. My top pencil is not sharp now. Has like a round top side. I need to make sure it's fresh, sharp. Now I need to make sure for the lenses to be perfect, same as I did all of the round. Because we finished this part of the frame, we need to carry on with the second one. But as I told you, we have to deal with highlights on the second one. I will show you how to work with the highlights in a minute. As you can see, my drawings are not with grid method, not different method. I just copy like the outlines and I do everything, for example shadows, shapes and layers for the skin tone, only following the reference photo. My opinion is, if you want to draw realistic, try to draw everything you see. In that way, and only that way, you can go close to the reference photo. I'm coming very light with another layer, so I can carry on with the black color on the frame. Always, if you have something to draw and if it's longer, or if you want to draw the same color all object, try to work in gradient. As you can see, I have dark and here light, so I'm working in gradient, not in stops. Don't do gaps. I want to show you what's happened with the gaps, and I will give you a short lesson why not to do in that way. I have a blank paper here and I will show you. It's very important thing to know. If you have to draw this square, and if you need to shade in dark tone and light tone, let's start from the left to right. If I'm going like this, lines, let's suppose you need to go light, so release the pressure on the pencil, and I did light. I need to coloring down on the bottom as well. If I'm going like this, look at it, what's happened in the middle. It's really horrible. You see this, the middle line. If I carry on and I repeat the layer, the dark tone in the middle is growing, as you can see. Again, if I do one more, I release the pressure so I can have the gradient. Look at that, in the middle I have like a line, which is no good. Let's suppose this should be a skin. Let's try a different way. If we have the square to draw, and if you go in gradient, try to go by circles. Look at that, if you go in circle emotions, try to move the pencil all around where the circle emotions doing. You will see nothing happen with that line. Rotate the pencil always. Depend how big is your portrait on the skin. Depend how big is the face to draw. And now let's suppose on this corner we need lighter. I just release the pressure on the pencil and I'm going lighter. As you can see, I have a gradient, which is very important for us. We don't have the middle line. Let's suppose we need to go darker, yeah? I'm coming again, I repeat the same steps, but same on the circle emotions. That's why I want to explain you guys how important are the circle emotions, not the lines. As you can see, the circle emotions doesn't allow to get this line in the middle, which is no good. And now we need to build a gradient lighter. So we're going same by circle emotions, but release the pressure on the pencil. We build a gradient. Just in case if you didn't know that, it's good to know for the new lesson. If you do this way, it's easy to blend. If you do that way, I will show you how to repair the mistake. As you can see, you need to go dark to light. Take this dry hard brush, which is the chopped one. This might help. Let's try to see if we can remove the middle line, which is the mistake. Stay on the dark tone, and after that slowly go into the light. As you can see, the middle line disappears slowly, but this one only if you draw like this. I'm not calling this a good drawing, so I will put an X. Yeah, remember, always try to learn this technique by circle emotions. Move the pencil around everywhere so you can have... Actually, you need to fill with the graphite all two of the paper. As you can see, I move the pencil and I don't have the middle line. And here we need lighter. Let's see what's happened if I try to blend this. This time I don't need to repair with dry hard brush. I can blend using soft makeup brush. I'm going with this same technique with circle emotions. I'm going first time on a dark tone. Let's suppose this will be the outline of the face and this one inside of the face. And I'm coming with the same circle emotion inside, building the gradient. As you can see, the value of the graphite is changing a little bit, but we don't have the line, the middle line, which is the mistake. Hopefully this short lesson, short tutorial will help you in the future. Don't do the same mistake, because I check on my group and I see a lot of drawings wrong made. So this, by lining the face, the skin, is a mistake. Try to go by circle emotions. You will see from now will be better. Thank you very much for this, and we carry on now. As you can see, I have dark to light by the circles. I'm staying on the circle emotions so I can feel the same color all the frame. And remember, move forward only if you're happy with the drawing on the process on the same time. Also, I see people, they rushing their work only by a few mistakes or a few details extra. They can add their details extra to make better drawing. Of course, you miss to add the rest of the details if you're rushing your work. Now the dark tone needs to be close to the eye. I will stop here because in the middle we have the line with highlights. So I'm going with small circle emotions and I build a gradient. I prepare for dark tone. I'm not going more. I try to leave this blank so I can play with the highlights later. I'm coming to add now the dark tone on the frame, which is close to the lenses. Because I have already the outline, I can come in with dark tone again. As you can see, I'm come back for the dark tone, so I have the same color. If I'm talking about the pure black, I need to have the pure black all the frame. As I told you, this frame is not blended later. It's made only by graphite pencil. That's why we need to go slowly with small circle emotions, so we can add the necessary dark tone. So remember guys, if you have to deal with dark tone, use 8B grade from your set and try to work in layers. As you can see, without any pressure, we can achieve very black color. Now very light I'm going on the top side of the frame, preparing the frame for highlights on this part. As you can see on this corner of the glasses, I release the pressure because this will be lighter gray. Also the highlights covering this part, so all the left side of the glasses is lighter. But we're going by small circular motions because that's the best way to coloring. To have the highlights in the middle, I need to come in with the second part, which is close to the eye. I'm coming same with circular motions, and as you can see I have already highlighted in the middle, but I need to come in with the design of the highlights. First of all, I'm coloring this part, and as you can see again I'm working layers. Because it's darker, I'm coming one more layer. Actually, depends how dark is your drawing on the reference photo. That many times you're going with the layers. So my advice is respect the color from your reference photo. Of course, if you draw in black and white, which is graphite or charcoal, try to go more layers till you achieve the same tone on the reference photo. Not necessary with the black color. As you can see, the skin is different color. I'm using the same pencil for the skin, but as you can see is lighter. So we repeat the layers till we are happy with the tone. Before to finish the lesson, because we carry on the frame, we carry on with the frame Friday, I want to design the highlighted part here with you guys. So on the bottom we will have eraser to add on the line. Very good sharp eraser. Friday we will learn how to highlighting the skin for the reflection of the frame. We're working realistic, step by step. Now we try to add the rest of the reflection and highlights. I have only one line in the middle and only on the top. How to build this? I'm coming very light, adding more tone on this part. You can bend the pencil for better control. And remember, no pressure, because we need to work with eraser. If you're pressing from the beginning, it will be hard to erase. If I'm happy with the design, I'm coming one more layer over this line. From left to right, from right to left, meet in the middle. But I need on the top one line extra. How to do this? Very light. For this I want to show you a trick how to do a light line with 8B grade you need to sharpen your pencil in that way so we can light. Before to do that, we need to use eraser to clean a little bit inside. We need more room. We're going with Tombow 100 eraser. As you can see, very light, till I'm happy with the highlighting. And now I erase a little bit from the top line because this is really just a bit visible because of the eyebrow. Now I have more room, as you can see, yeah? Let's see how we can sharpen the pencil, and I will give you another tip to make this very good sharp. First of all, sharp in your sharpener. As you can see, it's already sharp. And now I'm using a sandpaper, and I will cover this to don't drop. And I'm using sandpaper to sharpen the pencil. Only for this part I need sharper, so I'm not using mechanical pencil, which is very good. I can use 03 or 05 mechanical pencil to do this. I'm using this sandpaper and 8B grade. Just move the top side of the pencil, as you can see. Hopefully you can see very well. In this position. Look at that, what's happened with the top of the pencil. Also, I built the graphite powder. Try to rotate the pencil in the same time to see what's happened. The top side of the pencil become like a needle. As you can see, yeah? We just clean a little bit with the finger, and I have a needle which is very good sharp. Be careful, can be very dangerous. Now I can draw that line light because I have exactly a needle. You couldn't do this if you didn't sharpen the pencil very good. So now I have two lines, yeah? I want to zoom to see what I'm talking about. And I'm going on the top line with small circles to build the shadow and also the gradient. But I can't do this if I'm not sharpening in this way. Use a sandpaper piece to sharp like a needle. I can add now the layer for gradient part from the big line. I'm using blending stone, this time number 1, because this one is the smaller I can use. And very light I'm going over the lines. Remember, no pressure. The bottom side line need to be darker. What happened? I'm coming one more layer with the same. But as you can see, I mix together with the rest part of the frame so I can have the same color. Now I'm happy with this part. I can add blending stroke again to blend this line. Remember, we blend only where the highlights are. I repair the top line, this time lighter, because this is a gradient, light gradient. And I'm getting into the color, mix together. Again, I'm using blending stump. Of course, number 1 because it's a small proportion. I'm coming light over the line. I'm adding a little bit gray by blend from dark to light inside. So what I'm doing now, I'm pushing graphite in the middle of the highlights. As you can see, I build a gradient only with blending stone, which is the part for the highlights. Everything, if you have to draw with highlights, is coming from light to dark. Now the only thing is to add again Tombow Mono 0 eraser. Remember, very good, sharp and clean. And I repeat the highlights, but very light. Look at that. We have the same reference photo highlights. I will show you the reference photo to see the different, the way the work, and also the difference between the reference photo. I want to thank you again, guys, for another lesson. We carry on Friday with the rest part of the classes. We will learn next lesson how to highlighting for the reflection and everything we need to do. So the reference photo is this, and as you can see, we work on this part of highlighting black glasses, and we have to deal with light tone on this part, as you can see, and also on the left side. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you enjoy with me on this lesson, and take care. Bye bye. Asta un pic pe mult, așa?